Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video is going to be a video on my brand new Formica obscuriventris colony. This is the obscuriventris colony that I caught back in Anting in northern Wisconsin, part 7. The colony is obviously doing very well. The colony has tons and tons of brood, but they have been losing a few workers over the past few days. You can see workers walking around with bunches of larvae, which is very good. It shows that this larvae they did not eat. They like to eat larvae sometimes. I've kept the species before, and they aren't exactly very keen on keeping larvae alive. You can see there's a queen right in the corner there. She's doing absolutely great. She's a very pretty queen. Of course, you can't really tell because, well, I'm using the casita, and the casita kind of sucks for recording ants, as I've said in the past. I've had this colony for about a week now, as of recording this. They are doing relatively well, and they are doing absolutely just great. One of my favorite things about them is just their feeding response when it comes to sugars, which you'll see in a second. But these ants are extremely sugar hungry, as are the majority of parasitic Formica. They really need those sugars in order to survive. Much like Dolichoderus taschenbergi, these ants really need drinking water, which is good that I put them inside of this casita. Casitas actually give really good drinking water thanks to the water tower inside of them. Due to them loving sugar, I end up actually giving them tons and tons of sugar every single day. I normally give them a huge drop of honey, and they normally have that drank up very quickly. Despite the colony only having a few hundred workers, they really drink up that honey fast. Here you can see a dead pile of a bunch of workers. It's a little bit concerning how many workers have died, but I will be getting more workers as time goes on. I'll be heading back to their colony and I'll collect a few more workers just to make sure that they end up surviving well and the colony doesn't just collapse in on itself. I love how these ants look up close. These ants are very beautiful. You can actually see a queen there as well. That's probably queen number 2. They have a total of 2 queens in this colony, but I'm sure that over time, if I go back to their nests, I might be able to catch another queen, but who knows? To be fair, I could probably catch a new queen whenever I want because of how common they are around here. In a recent upcoming ant keeping in northern Wisconsin video, I found, like, they were the only ant that I found was, you know, Formica obscuriventris. Here you can see a bunch of workers and some majors, it looks like, all drinking some honey. This is their average response to honey. Of course, this doesn't look like a lot, but this is a lot for this colony. Seeing as they only have a few hundred workers, sending out this many is pretty impressive. Also, yes, I said majors. This Formica species has majors. They are in fact dimorphic, which means that they have 2 distinct castes. They have minim workers or minor workers, which normally do all the house cleaning, taking care of brood, and taking care of the queens, and then you have the normal workers or majors, which are the ones right there that you can see in the shot. These 2 castes, you know, they interact obviously, but they have 2 very distinct roles, which makes them into, well, 2 different castes. You would very rarely see any of the minim workers or minor workers, whatever you want to call them, up at the surface because they're normally down below caring for all the brood and stuff. In fact, actually, when I was digging up the colony, there were in fact a few minim workers under the rocks taking care of the brood, but there were not that many because normally they are way deeper inside of the nest. Over time, as this colony grows, you will eventually see more and more of those small, tiny workers, but as you can see right now, there are pretty much none. Even inside of the nest, there are literally 0. They are very difficult to catch, and they are so tiny that it doesn't really make sense catching them, since the workers can also do what the minor workers' job is. They aren't exactly, you know, it's not like an issue for them not to do, so yeah. Anyways, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was a little bit of a shorter one, but like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Check out my Instagram, Discord, and all that type of stuff. Alright, see you then. Bye. I'm surrounded. That's great. Found a wood nest of them, though. But under all these rocks, there's just tons of them. And the more I step, the more I kill, which causes a bigger and bigger want of them, or bigger of them wanting to kill me. So I'm just gonna sort of step up here, brush them off of my legs, but they're everywhere.